Y'all, this is such a random thought. Maybe it's a message. I don't know. But I was just thinking, like, y'all seen the movie 13 Going on 30, where basically this girl, can't remember exactly because it's been a long time, but this girl, I think on her 13th birthday, she, like, wishes to grow up, and she, like, wakes up as her 30-year-old self. And I was just thinking, like, if I was 13 and when I was 13, if I wished to be grown up and I woke up in the life that I'm in now, I'm 31, but whatever, same thing, 30, 31, would I be excited? Like, the girl in the movie, she had so much fun. Like, she had friends, she was falling in love, like, she loved her life. And so I'm just like, you know what? If I was 13 and I woke up in this life, I would be so proud. Like, little me would be so proud that I honored or learned to honor and got back to the things that I love to do at 13. So in my healing process, I have healed my inner child and healing my teenage self right now. I'm learning to get back to the things that I enjoyed. So when I was, before I started healing, I was so distracted by just like the hustle culture and just starting a business and working a job that I had no time for myself. So in healing myself, I got back to the things that I love to do. So that was writing. So I'm writing a book. I started a book club, reading books that I wouldn't have gotten the opportunity to read back in the day. There was no books about Black people, and so now I get to do that. I still like to have fun and dance and ride horses and things like that and try new things. So I think in honoring that space of myself, I find that my 13-year-old self would be so proud of who I am. And maybe this is just a message to remind you to get back to your 13-year-old self. She feels neglected. She feels like she's not being heard. She feels like she is in a space and she's stuck because her voice is being neglected. And so maybe you feel stuck in your situation or stuck with healing this one thing that you can't get over that happened at that age because you're not listening to her. You're not listening to what she has to say. You're not listening to her feelings. But in order to move forward, you have to listen to her feelings. Oh my God, I'm starting to channel. But yes, listen to her, because when you listen to her, that's when you have that breakthrough. Sure, I didn't want to relive the things that happened to me at 13 because I've had some things that were traumatic. Sure, I didn't want to relive, or maybe it's not 13, it's something else. Maybe I didn't want to relive those things that happened to me when I was younger, but I needed to. I needed to go sit with her and feel those feelings again, because what happens is when we experience trauma, a lot of us to avoid it, we may disassociate. We may just brush past it. We may, in some form or shape or form, avoid feeling what we need to feel. And so now we're living the realities that is the consequence of that. And so those things come up and we continue to sit with them. We can't bear to do it. So in order to sit with them, go back to that age of yourself, of your younger self, that is been dealing with, that in that moment was dealing with those issues. And if you're not in a space to do it, I would suggest working through that, whatever that looks like, whether it be through therapy, through some type of support, because I know depending on people's level of traumas, it can be very impactful. So I wouldn't encourage you to do it by yourself if it's too much. But if you're in a space where you're doing shadow work actively and you have support and you're ready to really just dig in, take that time to spend that time with yourself. Journal, meditate, have a conversation with your younger self, really sit with those feelings to start processing what happened, so that way you can get over that slump. It won't happen abruptly, it'll happen gradually because it's going to take some time, but you may find that also what can help is getting back to the things that you enjoyed at that age, because wherever the trauma started is usually where the growth stopped for you. You may be stuck at that age, but as you are stuck at that age, you're forced to grow up into an adult, but you still have those ways about you. So you've neglected that part of you as a child that may have forced you to grow up very quickly. So getting back to those things that you enjoyed will bring you to healing that part of yourself, so you can begin to heal yourself and live a freer life. And confirmation, look at these birds. I don't know if y'all can see, but like, oh, dang it. The baby bird, the mama's feeding the baby birds. New life is here for you, dear. Begin your healing.